I'm on my way to the Glen Ellen area alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. They're hosting an entrepreneur and small business forum this morning at National Louis University out in Lisle, Illinois. So I'm going to be the opening speaker. My goal is to really motivate and inspire these future and aspiring entrepreneurs to follow their dreams and to succeed in their business. So I'll check back in with you later. I'd rather see a sermon than to hear one any day. I'd rather one should walk with me than just to show the way. The eye is a better pupil and more willing than the ear. Advice may be misleading, but example is always clear. And the very best of teachers are the ones who live their creed. For to see good put into action is what everybody needs. I can soon know how to do it if you let me see it done. I can watch your hand in motion, but your tongue too fast may run. And the lectures you deliver may be very fine and true, but I'd rather get my lessons by observing what you do. For I may misunderstand you in the fine advice you give, but there's no misunderstanding how you act and how you live your creed. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Give yourself a round of applause and get up about 6:30 in the morning. I know I was up about 5 o'clock. It is indeed an honor, pleasure, and a privilege to be here at the Entrepreneur and Small Business Forum. I am an entrepreneur myself, and so I felt it an honor to be invited by Ms. Lee to come and share a little bit this morning. I also want to take the opportunity to also send greetings or bring greetings from Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated Rho Gamma Gamma chapter, which on Monday I will celebrate 19 years. 19 years in the fold. And so to my sorors, thank you for having me out here. How many of you realize and recognize that we have one life to live? How many of you realize that? Yes, indeed, of all of the people, of all of the billions of people on the face of this earth, that's one thing that we all have in common. We have one time here on earth. I've never known anybody to leave here and come back and tell me anything different. And so because of that fact, we need to maximize that opportunity. We need to embrace that opportunity. We need to take full advantage of that opportunity. Being an entrepreneur, being a business owner is one way that we take advantage of that opportunity. I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs. My father came here from the South in 1956. He picked cotton, but his idea for himself was that if he could just get north, if he could come to Chicago or to the Detroit area, that he could make it, that he could develop and start a family. And that's what he did. He didn't have any education, but he had an entrepreneurial spirit. He had something that was deep down inside of him that said that he wanted something better for himself. And when he met my mother, he decided that he wanted something better for his family. How many of you all can relate to that? You can relate to that because see, what I see in here is I see people that have passion. I see people in here who have ideas. I see people in here who have gifts. But in a few minutes, I want to talk to you about 4 types of people that I tend to come across in life. The first person that I tend to come across in life is the person that I call the player. We call this person the player because this person is in the game called life. The significant thing about a player is that the player knows that 80% of success in life is the show-up test. If you're just willing to show up, 80% of the time you will have success. They say 90% of success in life is being willing to show up and show up on time. Anybody have a problem with that? They say 95% of success is being willing to show up on time, and have a plan. Maybe a business plan. They say 100% of success in life is being willing to show up on time, have a plan, and then execute your plan. See, you can do it. Whatever it is that you put your mind to, you have to find the time to do the research. You have to find the time to pour into your dream. You have to find the time to pour into your vision if you're willing to show up. The second person I tend to come across in life is the person that I call the spectator. Well, that's what you all are doing right now. See, but I have love for a spectator because a spectator has goals. A spectator has aspiration. A spectator has things that they want to do in life. And so what they do is they find somebody that's doing what they want to do and they respectfully pursue them. I call it finding a mentor. How many of you have a mentor?
Mack McGhee, you are dynamic, and I just wanted to say thank you for coming out to the Glen Ellen Area Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, our entrepreneurship and small business owners forum. You did such a great job in energizing the audience and making sure that they're pumped and ready to do what they love and love what they do.
Each person in this room, if you're serious about growing your business, if you're serious about developing and starting a business, you have to find a mentor. In my life, that mentor was Les Brown. See, when I was growing up, my mother and father used to watch Les Brown. I mean, my father enjoyed every time he would come on the public channel. And so when I decided that I had a gift, when people kept encouraging me, because see, a lot of you all in here, you're doing something that you're passionate about. You're doing something that you have a natural gift for. And the reason that you know and have discovered that you have a natural gift for it is because people keep telling you. Right? I tell people all the time that each person has a God-given gift and a God-given purpose. The thing is that it's usually something that sort of comes to you naturally. It could be baking cookies. I tell students all the time, I say, you know what, you may be really a good cookie maker, right? And they laugh, but then I said, what about Miss Fields? What about Famous Amos? See, they took something that might have seemed small to somebody else, and they took that thing that seemed small and they grew it into something major. It's okay to be a spectator, but you have to pursue someone and you have to follow someone. And even if you can't reach that person, I call it having a mentor at a distance. How many of you all have mentors at a distance? They don't even know you exist. They may not ever know you exist, but you're sitting back and you're watching them. You respect what they do. You respect their craft. And you say, I want to do not exactly what they do, but I want to do something similar to them. And I respect how they carry themselves. The third person that we tend to come across in life is the person that I call the wanderer. The wanderer is that person that heard that the Glen Ellen chapter was having this event and they're somewhere up in Glen Ellen because they refused to read the brochure. See, a wanderer is always wondering what's happening. They say you have three types of people. People that make things happen, people that watch things happen, and there's always someone running up late saying, what just happened? Don't be a Johnny-come-lately to your life. Don't be a Johnny-come-lately to your dreams. Show up on time, and stop wandering. The fourth person that I come across in life is the person that we call the wanderer. The wanderer doesn't even know that there's a game being played. They don't understand that their life has gift, that their life has purpose. They don't understand that they have a gift. They don't understand that in the time that we have here, because how many of you know we don't know? No one in this room knows the day or the hour or the time. We would like to think that we have all the time in the world, but we don't. And so that's why you have to have the fierce urgency of now. You have to make a decision today. You have to be willing to do whatever it is you need to do now to make your dreams come true. How many of you know that there's a power in being unique and different? Yes, indeed, there's a power of being unique and different. It was Earl Nightingale who said that the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice. He said the opposite of courage in our society is conformity. Everybody doing what everybody else is doing without even knowing why. But you were made unique. You were made to be different. No one on the face of the earth shares the same fingerprints. No one. And so there's a power in being unique and different.
I appreciate seeing and hearing Mr. Mack McGhee this morning at our Small Business and Entrepreneurship Forum, where he focused on a number of things. What I specifically got out of it is that I'm a wanderer. And when talking about the four types of people that we'll approach in life, helping to really understand which area you fall into. So thank you, Mr. McGhee, for challenging us to follow our gift of entrepreneurship.
He elected, and he said, I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity and not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humble and dull by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream, to build, to fail, to succeed. I refuse to live hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to a guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for benevolence nor dignity for a handout. It's our heritage to think and act for ourselves, to enjoy the benefits of our creation and face this world boldly and say, with God's help, this I have done. You can do it. Entrepreneurs, you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, you're in a position right now to make a shift in your life. How many of you all believe that? You can make a shift in your life. See, right now, we're in a great time in history. We're in a great time in America because we have so much. We have social media platforms, which allows us to put ourselves out there to the world. We have social media platforms, and if you guys are not taking advantage of these platforms, then guess what? You don't want to be in business because they're all free. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of these things are for your use. I spend probably 2 or 3 hours every day working my social media network so that I can have a reach across the country so that people can hear about Mack McGhee out of Chicago and they can bring me to Texas, and they are. And they can bring me to New York, and they are. And they can bring me to Baltimore, and they are, because I'm using these platforms to promote the thing that I love to do. Do what you love. Love what you're doing. Promoting the entrepreneur in you. You have to be willing to do all those things. You have to be willing to stay the course. How many of you know that you have a purpose in this life? You have a unique purpose and a unique gift. And you need to find the time, like you have this morning, to come to forums like this. Networking is a major part of it. One of the reasons I come to events is because I always want to have my business card present so that as soon as I'm done talking, I can go around the room and make sure that my business card is passed out. Because guess what? If you don't have a need for me today, you're going to be in a conversation with someone and they're going to say, I need a speaker. And you're going to be, I was at that Glen Ellen event and this guy named Mack McGhee. So I just want to encourage you this morning, when you go to your workshop, when you go to your breakout meeting, to network, to talk to people, to exchange ideas, to believe in yourself. And one thing about being an entrepreneur, and I know it, you have to invest in yourself. Not only financially, but intellectually. You have to spend quiet time. I don't watch a lot of TV. It's 2 shows I watch. Shark Tank and The Prophet. Those are my 2 shows, and I watch Snap. I don't know why I watch Snap, but I watch Snap. Hey, bro, we got to know what these sisters think, right? We got to know. But turn the TV off. Open up a book. Go to Barnes & Noble. Spend time at the library. Invest in yourself. When you want a thing bad enough, you have to go out and fight for it. Work day and night for it. Give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. But if you simply sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all your terror of opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want, with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither famine, cold, or poverty are gone, or sickness and pain, the body or brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dog and grim, you besiege and beset it, with the help of God, entrepreneurs, I believe you will get it. Thank you.
Yes.
Just finished up a dynamic presentation with the lovely ladies of Delta Sigma Theta. Did the opening address for them this morning at their Entrepreneur and Small Business Forum. Everybody was motivated, everybody was excited, and so I was glad that I had the opportunity. Thank you, Regina Lee, for inviting me to come out and share with all of the people that showed up this morning. Headed back into the city. Until next time.